Pee-wee, I love you more than anything in the world. And you, sir, are a good boy too.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Welcome, fellow KISS fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a KISS fan. Per our dog intro tonight, a little different than normal, but I think it's important for us all to remember what's important to us. And that's, for me, it's dogs KISS nostalgia. And had a little moment this morning that I let some real world type stuff, nothing here, work, infiltrate the brain. And you can't let that happen, especially when you're not in the compound of work. Got to keep your mind clear, your frequency high, and I forgot that. And I slipped down a rabbit hole of panic, anxiety, chaos, and that's not me, but my PSA, the PSA from It's All For You Demon today is, don't let that shit happen to you. Stay strong. Don't let them in here. Remember what we're here for. KISS, dogs, nostalgia, fun, and hot faces. So let's discuss this week's hot face. And for me, it's not even KISS. I'm on a huge 80s kick. Last night I fell asleep ending Friday the 13th Part 2 into Part 3. And I watch Scooby-Doo almost every night when I go to bed. So I'm on a big 80s kick lately. I even wanted to hook up the old Nintendo and play some Nintendo. So I've really been back into my favorite Motley Crue record of all time. This record changed everything for me when I was in the 5th grade. One of my favorite Nikki Sixx poses right there. A lady at work, not to mention work again, but a lady at work was wearing black and white polka dots the other day, and I almost said to her, "You look like Nikki Sixx today." But she would have been like, "The hell are you talking about?" But I'm talking about Theater of Pain. My favorite Motley Crue song of all time is from this record, Tonight, We Need a Lover, and I've really been just digging this record and digging that song again. Reminds me of my elementary school years, and pretty much why I'm a KISS fan is because of these guys kind of led me down that road, and then I was introduced to KISS. Everything changed once again. But we've never talked about this. Our buddy FL Dog sent me a Motley Crue songbook, which we are going to talk about songbooks again tonight. But how cool is this? A Motley Crue Theater of Pain songbook. Almost exactly like the KISS songbooks. Got some pictures, a little bio of the record, and another black and white photo. But that is pretty cool. All of the songs from Theater of Pain as a songbook. You could sit down at the piano tonight and be like, "Tonight, tonight." You enjoyed that, didn't you? I did. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Scotty. Very cool addition to the songbook. We are going to talk songbooks tonight because we are talking Dynasty. And we're talking the Dynasty merch form. Because merch form collecting rabbit hole, Dynasty is coming along nicely, and so I thought we would look at that fun tonight. Leave your hot face below. And the beauty of hot faces, it doesn't have to be KISS. You could say, "I'm into cooking Italian." Boom! That's your hot face. The Dynasty merch form. Probably one of the strangest merch forms to ever be released. What was the first merch form? Rock and Roll Over? Yes, it was. All one-pagers. Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun, Double Platinum, Solo Records. Then we get Dynasty. That is a book. That is actually a flip open book, and probably because they were running the pinball machine contest, which I still want to know where these photographs are. Take a photograph of yourself made up as your favorite KISS member alongside a KISS pinball machine. The more outrageous, the better. Photographs only, no bigger than 5'7", no slides, negatives, or drawings. Unfortunately, we cannot return your photographs. So someone at 251 Park Avenue, New York City, did we find that when we were in New York? Someone had a giant envelope of 79 photographs of kids dressed up as KISS alongside a KISS pinball machine, and one of them won a KISS pinball machine. Where's that kid today? These are the questions that need to be answered, and if I ever win the Powerball, you better believe, mother grabbers, that is what we are doing. Danny and I are getting in a car and we are headed out to find that kid. But other than that, the Dynasty merch form is very fun. A lot of cool new merch, a lot of teased merch that we didn't even really know about yet. Never really understood this cover. Graphically, we need to talk to Xander about this. What's going on here? I feel like the logo should be up there and the KISS Army logo below. But I'm not a graphic designer. If you see anything I make, you know I'm not a graphic designer. Xander, thoughts on this? But let's talk merch form rabbit holes, because I think in the KISS collecting game, you need a goal. And putting together an army kit is sometimes very hard and frustrating. KISS collecting as a whole sometimes is very hard and frustrating. So if you have a goal, like something to throw a dart at and be like, I want that. Merch forms are the perfect thing, because you can be like, I slowly, over the years, want to get that, and that, and that, and that, and that. And over time, you can do it. New piece of merch has arrived here in the Wax Night house that has added to our Dynasty merch form fun. So let's take a look at the Dynasty merch form and the Wax Night house. Double points for talking about Xander today, because I'm going to mention him again. The other week on KISS Army Things, Xander mentioned a piece of merch that was lost in transit for a while. And I just went through that, and it's not fun. And it may have been because the seller sent this in like a PVC pipe with duct tape on the end, so it looked like a bomb. But this got stuck in Ohio for a regional weather alert. I checked the weather in Ohio on the day of. Nothing was going on. Sunny and nice. Then it didn't move forever. So I filed a missing mail thing. And it sat in that forever. Then it finally reached Kansas City, Kansas. And that's a distribution center. And once it does that, usually goes to Missouri overnight. And then I'll get a text in the morning that says, your piece is out for delivery. It sat between Kansas and Missouri for days. Again, nervous. Didn't file a new missing mail thing. But it finally showed up. Here it is. It is a poster that was in PVC pipe for whatever reason. But this is pretty stinking cool. And I look forward to putting this in the Wax Night basement as part of the Dynasty collection. It is this, the Dynasty Boutwell poster. I have to be kind of ginger with this, so bear with me. And we'll unravel it a little bit. There you go. The Dynasty Boutwell poster. I'll throw in some pictures from Instagram. I think one thing I love about the poster is it's represented wrong in the merch form. There's a lot of things represented wrong in this merch form, and the first being is that poster. The poster does not say Kiss Dynasty at the top. It is just a picture of Kiss with the smallest little Kiss logo at the bottom. And then if we flip to, well, actually, there's more than that. Let's just go through this merch form, check out what we have on our checklist, and see the discrepancies in this merch form. It's kind of cool to think that, you know, the machine of Kiss was running so fast. Album's done, get the merch form together, even if stuff isn't complete yet. And we can talk about that very well with our first piece, the Kiss Diary, on the back page. Now, as noted on the back cover, the Kiss Diary is just a black book that says Kiss Diary, a historical calendar, the history of rock and roll's favorite group. It's all here, how Kiss happened, the story, and history of Kiss, photo packed, $8. Called the Kiss Diary. Now, we know the Kiss Diary actually came out in 1980 in Australia only, called the 81 Kiss Diary. Now the version the merch form speaketh of is The Real Story, written by Peggy Tamarkin, which is a calendar type book featuring dates and a lot of photos and just really cool stuff. And this just has such a scholastic book fair vibe. The real diary didn't even come out in the States, came out in Australia. So this would have been like the last child big marketed book for kids. A history of a band they loved that wouldn't be a band like in this form much longer. Next up on the merch form we have the Phantom of the Park magazine that is exactly as displayed on newsstands in order forms on the merch form. Now I do love this because you wonder if these merch forms went to press prior to the merch actually being made, because the on tour book does not say on tour, and the tour book, as we know, is long and only says Kiss at the top, does not say on tour. But I've always loved those colors on the back, and this is one of my favorite tour books. Love that cover, love that silver. 4 different versions exist of this tour book. I have 3 of them, and the 4th version would also be part of that Powerball win. Well, I guess it's the first version of the 4. And lastly, on the back cover is, besides the pinball machine, is the 77-78 tour book, which was the very first tour book of Kiss I ever saw. My friend Brett's brother's closet. We found this tour book and spent many a high school night looking at this thing. My favorite photo from this tour book is this picture of Ace. Absolutely love that thing. Remember staring at that, 15 years old. My goodness. How cool is it that we're still doing this at 50? It's the fun of being a Kiss fan and the fun of staying young. Which all leads us back to what I talked about at the intro. Don't let them in here. I don't know why we're doing this backwards, but inside, first page, we've already discussed the poster is different. That pinball poster, whew, that is going to be a must-have. T-shirts and iron-ons, probably pretty hard to get. Now, keychains, super hard to get. These are the funky keychains, super hard to get and often bootlegged, so you gotta be careful. Logo necklace, love those. FL Dog has a bunch of those. Love those things. The songbook is another item from the merch form that is wrong. It does not say song folio at the top. It is this. Just the Kiss Dynasty cover with gray at the bottom and then the songs listed on the back. Love this songbook. The Kiss Your Face makeup kit would be a tremendous ad. That would be a great one. That's just one of those one day sort of things. The Best of Kiss magazine looks the same as it does in real life. And that is a super fun magazine. I think this is one of the probably top 5 Kiss magazines that every Kiss fan should own. The Best of Kiss.
All right.
Oh, Bob Ross there. The Best of Kiss, a super fun magazine to add to your collection. And lastly, on the last page is the Kiss jacket, which does look exactly like it looks in real life. Super space age fabric, lightweight, DuPont waterproof, flame retardant, brilliant Kiss colors, $12. How many of you all walk to the bus stop in that? And this is one of my years ago purchases, and when I purchased it, I put it in the frame and just never took it out. Probably should just have this hanging up in a plastic bag, but kind of cool on the wall. They're kind of a pretty cool piece, and you know, it'd be cool to see the front, but that back was just dying to be framed. So there you go, of the Dynasty checklist of everything in here, minus the pinball machine. Of everything in here, I have 6 items remaining to get everything. 7, including the pinball machine, but the pinball machine wasn't for sale. It was a giveaway. So of the items for sale, I only have 6 more to go. And they are going to be a beast to go, but that is the fun of this, right? That is the fun of a checklist. That is the fun of a goal. That is the fun of being a Kiss fan. Merch form checklist. 6 more to go. Speaking of 1 more to go, let's do tonight's Rock and Roll Over. Rock and Roll Over. Rock and Roll All Night and Journal Every Day. So, Rock and Roll All Night and Journal Every Day for February 28th. And if you have this book, you know I didn't put a year in, so you can do this whenever. And I even included a February 29th. In case of a leap year, or if you just want to have an extra day of Kiss fun. Do February 29th this year, or wait till a leap year. But, February 28th, if you were or are a musician, what Kiss cover would you like to record on an album? Describe what the 45 single artwork for this track would look like. I'm going 1992. Dan Thompson and myself had a band called Dreadful Etiquette. We learned Love Her All I Can. So I would say that Love Her All I Can would be the cover I would want to do. Love Her All I Can was the song that taught me how to play guitar and sing at the same time. We would do Love Her All I Can, and I have to say for a cover, we lived in St. Joe at the time, so we would probably pick a street post corner in St. Joe and kind of do a Dreadful Etiquette, or jeez Louise, kind of do a Dress to Kill style Dreadful Etiquette photo. Danny, myself, post, little tribute to Kiss, Love Her All I Can. February 28th, Rock and Roll All Night and Journal Every Day. Waxing Kiss nostalgia on a Friday night. Thank you for joining us here in the Wax Night House. Means the world to me. I love reading all your comments all weekend long, and this is my favorite place to be and go to for Kiss fun. I look forward to this every week, and I thank each and every one of you for joining along. And I thank the world's sleepiest dog. Oh my goodness, I thank you for hanging out with us here in the Wax Night House. Be good to your babies, spay, neuter, microchip, take care, be safe. We will talk to you soon.